It's AM 1230 Kxo. It is a Friday night. We are getting ready for some CIF playoff action right here on AM 1230 Kxo. Here is Carroll Buckley.
Well, thank you very much, Gabe Lemos. We are live at Cal Jones Field on the campus of Central Union High School. It is CIF playoff time, Division II playoff. The Central Spartans, the Imperial Valley League champions, have a home game against the Eastlake Titans. And we will be bringing you that action. High school football on AM 1230 Kxo is brought to you by the Central Union High School District, Stan's Auto Body, the Center for Employment Training, IVC, Postal, Southwest Postal and Southwest Security, by Oso Azam Mobile Auto Repair, by McNeese Mart, La Fonda Bar and Grill, by the CB Stop in Calexico, the Broken Yoke Cafe, Roto-Rooter, and by Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. We are ready for some action. The Eastlake Titans have made the journey from Chula Vista, and don't let their record fool you. They are a very, very good team and have some very good personnel, John.
Yes, they're a program that actually has been a monster program in San Diego for about the last 20 years. They were rated in the Open Division many years in a row. About 5 years ago, their head coach stepped down. There was a lot of things that were said, rumors and innuendos flying around. He stepped down, and then in the spring, the parents came to the school board meetings and had an uproar. So he was actually reinstated in the spring of the coming football year, and then the next fall, he was asked to resign once again. So a lot of turmoil, and since then, they've had a situation where it hasn't been perfect, but they are no longer the Open Division powerhouses they were when they were in the top 5, like I said, for 10 years running. They're now in Division II, but they're still a very good football program headed by Jose Mendoza, their third-year head coach.
And as we pointed out, they have some excellent athletes. And again, don't let their record fool you. They are a very good team, and we expect to see a very good football game tonight between the Titans and the Spartans. We've got more of our pregame festivities coming up on AM 1230 Kxo.
Hi, I'm Craig Lyon, principal at Central Union High School. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active, be present. It all begins with showing up.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
It's high school football. We are live on AM 1230 KXO Centro and on the KXO YouTube channel. The Central Spartans with a big victory last week against the Brawley Wildcats. John, in all the years that we've been doing bell games, that was one of the better ones.
Yes, it was a hard-fought, contested game. As always, it seems like in high school, it comes down to which team turns the ball over. And unfortunately for the Wildcats, they had the 3 turnovers in the fourth quarter that sealed their fate. Central played an excellent defensive game. It was just everything that the bell game should be. Usually it's a lot more interesting if one team doesn't blow out the other one. So it was a hard-fought game that did lead Central into this position where they have a home game tonight.
And it also moved Brawley into having to travel. And we'll kind of give you an idea. Division II playoffs. Number 1 seed Del Norte with a bye. And number 2 seed Rancho Bernardo also with a bye. The number 3 seed is La Jolla. They have a bye. Number 4 seed Scripps Ranch with a bye. Then we hit number 5. That would be Point Loma. 6, the Central Spartans taking on Eastlake. And Brawley, they have the number 7 seed, the Bishop School, out of La Jolla. And so they are on the road there. Did last week's loss affect their seeding? Very possibly.
Oh, no, absolutely it did. They dropped. Actually, they and Central just reversed. Brawley was 6th, Central was 7th going into the game. And since Central came out on top, then they jumped over Brawley. Brawley fell down. And so that's why Brawley has the away game tonight at the Bishops over there on the coast. And, the Bishops is an interesting school. They don't have a huge amount of attendance or enrollment, but they have some very good athletes over there. And it's going to be a tough night for Brawley. They will play well, I believe, after last week's game. And it's not going to be a runaway. Bishop's not going to just walk in and beat Brawley. Matter of fact, Bishop might be surprised tonight. Brawley might come away with a victory over there.
Well, let's take a look at the Division III playoffs, and Imperial at home with the number 7 seed taking on number 10 seed Valley Center. Does that sound familiar, John?
Right, Valley Center. Brawley played them, beat them 14-0. But Valley Center is another very strange situation. They had the same coach, Gilster, for 25 years. He stepped down in the spring. They brought in a new regime. And halfway through the year, they fired all those guys and brought back not Coach Gilster, but some of his coaches. And since then, they've been on fire. They have won their games, and so they come in under a head of steam. So Imperial's going to have their hands full tonight.
Well, Imperial beat Valley Center earlier in the year in overtime. And Mickey Dale, George Grijalva have that game on our website, kxoradio.com. Moving down to Division 4, there's activity from Valley teams. The Calexico Bulldogs have a number 8 seed, and they are hosting Escondido tonight in the Border City. And the Bulldogs, moving up from Division 5 to Division 4, put together a decent year, and will have a shot at advancing with that home game tonight. Now in Division 5, number 1 seed is Vincent Memorial. They've got a game because, well, there aren't that many Division 5 teams. Vincent Memorial is hosting Valhalla, and that game being played in Holtville. Also, Southwest is on the road. They are taking on number 2 seed Sweetwater. Again, that is Division 5. And now there is a Division 5 AA, and this is for the small schools, the really small schools. Holtville is the number 1 seed. They have the bye. Calipatria is the number 6 seed. They're on the road. They're taking on a very tough Tri-City Christian. So that's what's happening in CIF play in the Valley. We'll be back with more coming up.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Well, John Driffill, the CIF playoffs underway right tonight for boys football. However, we do have the CIF playoff pairings for the ladies and flag football. And the only two divisions, Division 1 and Division 2. And in Division 1, the #1 seed, the Kxo Bulldogs. I'm sorry, the #4 seed. Their #4 seed, they have the bye. And Brawley is the #10 seed. They will be on the road to San Isidro. They will play Tuesday in San Isidro. Again, Kxo with a bye. In Division 2, Imperial is the #8 seed, and they will take on Santa Fe Christian, the #9 seed. The Imperial Tigers will have that game at home. So that's starting Tuesday with the flag football CIF playoffs. It's a first. Obviously, this is the first year that flag football has been a competitive sport, and 7 of the 9 high schools in the Imperial Valley participating this year, 3 of them into the playoffs. It's a whole new ball game, and I'm sure things will shake out as we go along.
Yes, Carroll, and I also want to mention not only is there success with the flag football, but all of the Valley High School football teams are in the playoffs tonight, with the exception of Hopeville, who's at rest because they're playing next week with the bye. So it's the first time in memory that I can remember that all Valley schools have made the playoffs. And also, Carroll, tomorrow in the morning, both Calapat and Southwest girls volleyball teams will be playing for the championship. Calapat in that Division 5 2A, and Southwest in Division 5. So they'll be playing tomorrow at Southwestern College for CIF Championship.
Okay, we'll be back with more.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
Attention high school sports fans. Are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in California needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And with that, we will let you know who will be officiating this game tonight. It is back judge James Bentley, line judge Gabriel Castro, head linesman Hector Tarango, umpire Fred Ramsey, and the referee is Jesse Jackson. And we look forward to a well-officiated game, as we have had all along. Brings up two things, John. One we caught, one I missed, you caught last week. The officials, there was a punt. The punt return man had the ball bounce in front of him. Then he called for a fair catch. My book, what I read in the rules, that would have been delay of game. It wasn't called. Inconsequential. But there was a call, and the officials got it right at the goal line, an apparent Brawley touchdown, right?
Yes. Yes, as what happened is Brawley gave the ball to Moreno, their featured halfback, and he was stuffed at about the 2-yard line, actually, for a yard loss. And so Brandon Porras, their all-CIF wide receiver, just kind of picked him up and carried him in the end zone, which the NFL, that's not even legal, but you can't do any of that pushing. It's still a rule in high school that is called aiding the runner. You just can't do it. You can't push them. You can't get down there and gravel like you see the NFL do, like a scrum. Any kind of pushing forward of a ball carrier or a pile is automatically assessed 5 yards.
And the officials called it. They got it right. Nobody complained. I saw the signal that was given by the referee, and I misinterpreted the signal as a sideline warning. But you got it right. You said, okay, that is aiding the runner, and you can't do it.
Yeah, not in high school. Again, these kids all watch Monday Night Football and, Thursday football and all that with the NFL. So they see how, some guy's stuffed and there's 20 players pushing and shoving and tugging and pulling and trying to get more yards or stop them, which is fine according to the NFL rules, but not high school.
That NFL rule will change at the end of this season. I can guarantee you, because, I'm sorry, it's not right. Tonight also is Imperial Valley Youth, the El Centro Youth Football Night, and our help in the press box a couple of games this year, Frankie Lara is out there representing the El Centro, one of the El Centro squads, and they have 4 teams. Over 100 kids are participating, 4 teams at different age levels, and you got to see some of the action last week, John.
Yes, and it's something that Todd Evangelist has taken the head control of, and he's trying to build it up, and we saw 4 different youth teams here. Now, there are other teams, too, of course, in the Valley that they play against, and they have playoffs, and they can go to regions, which would involve, I'm sure, Arizona, Nevada, and then the national one, which usually it's back in Florida. So it's just getting started, and had a great year this year. A lot of kids, as I mentioned over the PA, about 100 kids were able to participate. When you have that many kids playing in anything, sports, whatever, that's a good thing.
Okay. The coin toss was won by Eastlake. They deferred, and Central will receive the opening kickoff. And we'll see which direction they are going to go when they line up. The game just about ready to start. And again, reminding you, we are live from Cal Jones Field on the campus of Central Union High School in El Centro, California, on Kxo AM 1230 El Centro, and on the Kxo YouTube channel. The Titans will kick off. They will go right to left. That would be east to west, which means, of course, the Spartans will go the other direction. Marco Gonzalez does the kicking for the Titans.
And he is a good one, Carroll. He has 17 touchbacks on the year.
And wind is not a factor at all this evening. Dropping deep to receive the kickoff, Emiliano Morales. And it's usually Nehemiah Perez, but let's see who...
I believe that's Artie Estrada.
Artie Estrada, okay.
Which this is a playoff game, and Artie Estrada is your best player, so you want him to get the ball as much as possible.
Estrada with a knack for yards after the catch. Finds a hole, doesn't want to go down.
Not to mention that big interception near the goal line last week that stopped the Brawley drive.
Well, Fred Ramsey has to go from one side of the field to the other. And now, we're ready. Eastlake set to kick off. And we're set to bring you the action. A low kick, it'll bounce at about the 20. It'll be picked up at the 12. Estrada cuts it to the outside, turns upfield. He's across the 25 at the 30, and that's where he'll be down. Artie Estrada with a nice return. We have not seen him with many returns, but again, as you said, it's playoff time.
Defensive lineman Damian Hartfield was on the blocking team, and he just depleted a young man for the visiting Titans. Hit him so hard that his helmet actually came off.
Well, I'm glad that the head stayed connected, but the helmet rolled about 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 10. Spartans from their own 30-yard line. Luis Jimenez from the shotgun, hands off, and it is Viesca right up the middle, 5 yards on the first carry. So Viesca does what he does well. Luke Schwenke on the tackle.
Yeah, that was an excellent opening of the hole by the interior Central offensive line, as Viesca did not get in contact till he was already 2 yards past the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 from the 35. We're just underway. Jimenez dumps it off in the flat. It is in and out of the hands of Estrada. And Estrada well covered and hit almost immediately and gave up the football. Rocket Demery on the coverage.
That's a pretty good football name, and Central, they've been well scouted by this team. They were all over that play, so it's good actually that he didn't catch it.
And Demery is maybe their best athlete, and it is Viesca. He'll pick up 4.
Decision time for the Spartans, as it's going to be 4th and 1, but in their own territory on the 39.
And that is when you punt, especially early in the game, especially the way your defense has been playing, John.
Yeah, it looks like Central, they're huddled as if they're going to go for this. The Titans have already put in their punt return team, so they need to hike the football. They got too many guys on the field.
And Viesca from the Wildcat.
Eastlake took a timeout, Carroll, because they were going to get a penalty of having about 15 guys on the field as they thought Central was going to punt. So they had put in their punt team. And right at the end, they were running off the side. So the coach very, very astutely called the timeout.
Good move, Coach. And we'll take a timeout. We're just underway, 10:43 to play in the first quarter. There is no score. Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. 4th and 1, and the Spartans show the Wildcat Viesca with a lot of guys in front of him. Will take the snap. 4th and 1 on their own 39-yard lines, and it is Viesca, and Viesca has the first down. As he dives over a would-be tackler, gets just enough. Move the chains. John, I'm not so sure I'm that kind of a riverboat gambler.
Yeah, that was close, Carroll, both ways, but Viesca did a nice job of finding a little hole to squirt through, and that last leap put him in the first down territory.
So 1st and 10, spotted right on the 40-yard line. Jimenez, 5'10", 170-pound sophomore.
He did change the play at the line of scrimmage now.
And it is Viesca again, right up the middle. Viesca, second effort with a push, crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line. And again, is this a replay of last week, John?
It looks like it so far, Carroll, here in the early going, as the offensive line for the Spartans is dominating this defensive line. Eastlake has a big defensive line. This is not the size of Brawley players. These kids are all over 250. And they're well coached. And so far right now, Central's had the better push.
2nd and 4. Dropping back to pass and finding a seam. He'll then dump it off, and it is complete to Estrada. Estrada hit by Demery, stays on his feet, and is finally out of bounds at the 30-yard line in Titan territory, and a flag comes in after the play, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a late hit. Well out of bounds.
Yeah, Estrada refused to go down. He did a nice juke fake right when he caught the ball about the 42 of the Titans, and then he turned upfield, went out of bounds, and then got drilled. But let's see. We'll have to let the officials figure out. So far, the Titans have not moved, and right now the official is headed toward the central side of the field. So let's see if this one's going against the Spartans.
JJ will tell us. Personal foul against Eastlake. That late hit out of bounds. So a great yards after catch by Estrada, and add 15 more. They will spot the ball on the Eastlake 22-yard line. Spartans are ready to play. Eastlake trying to adjust to the up-tempo. And again, it is Viesca, gets a block on the outside, cuts across the middle down to the 15. Nice cut. Viesca, Nico Viesca, planted his right foot and was moving to the left in an instant.
It's been a joy, Carroll, watching the development of Viesca as a junior. Just gets better each game.
And again, he is a junior. He is next to Jimenez. Dump it off that little flanker screen. It is complete. And on the catch, Emiliano Morales, a sophomore. And very close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. They will spot it on the 10. And it will be first, spotted on the 11. So it's 1st and 10 from the 11. The Spartans moving smartly downfield. From the pistol, Morales goes in motion. They hand off to Viesca. Viesca right up the gut. He'll make it down to the 9-yard line, a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
As with the game last week, Carroll, Viesca had every carry first and second half for the Spartans. He's got them all tonight. So far, all 6 of them.
And, okay, they spotted the ball, said his knee was down at the 11, so no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 11. Again, it is Jimenez. Dumps it off in the flat. It is complete. Looking for some running room, and down to the 5-yard line is
that's Miguel
Vega. Vega with a nice catch and run. Picks up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
So far on the night, 3 for 4 is the sophomore Luis Jimenez. And each pass downfield has probably gone about a total of 1 or 2 yards. He throws the ball right near the line of scrimmage every time.
3rd and 5 from about the 6-yard line. And now there's timeout. And whose timeout is it? It looks like it's an official's timeout.
Yeah, it looks like we had a player that lost part of his equipment, a towel or something came out. So stop the play, let him pick up his towel, let him put it back in, and Central now will stay at the line of scrimmage. And they've decided to huddle up again, as now we see wholesale changes by both sides. So let's see if Centro goes back into that Wildcat.
And I see Jimenez from the shotgun, Viesca next to him. Dropping back, dumps it off, and it is tipped and intercepted. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, intersected by Luke Schwenke. Schwenke brought down right at the 11, and it'll be Eastlake taking over following the interception. 1st and 10 Eastlake on their own 11-yard line.
And Schwenke is one of their better players. Actually, he's a captain coming in as a senior. And fortunately for Eastlake, the ball was tipped, or else Central had a real shot there, not only to pick up a first down, but maybe even a touchdown. But coulda, shoulda, woulda. Eastlake right up on the football, no huddle, ready to go.
And a flag now.
We've got motion against Eastlake as they were ready to go. So ready, Carroll, that their lineman took off before the ball was snapped.
Tyler Balco is their quarterback. He is a sophomore. We anticipate that they will keep it on the ground. Balco dumps it off in the flat. As soon as I say they're going to keep it on the ground, he dumps it off, and the pass completed to Michael Martin.
Yeah, that was good for 4 yards, bringing up 2nd and 11. And Carroll, Balco, since he has taken over as the starter, they are 4-1.
Another pass completed to Martin. Martin hit. He'll pick up a couple of yards, but not a whole lot, as he is hit and brought down by Malachi Okan.
And what we're seeing here looks like mirror images. Both teams throwing the football just right about the line of scrimmage. As that pass was good for 5 yards, so now it's bringing up 3rd and 5.
And on both the 2 plays from scrimmage so far, the Spartans have not been well organized getting set, John.
Balco, as we said, has been experienced now. 5 straight starts he's had. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout again. We're not sure why, as neither team
It's an official's timeout. The officials took the timeout. 3rd and 5. The ball is on the 16-yard line.
Yeah, there appeared to be some kind of
there was something in the...
Somebody's playing the radio or something a little bit too loud music, perhaps the band. Can't play when the other team's going to snap the football.
Balco from the shotgun, hands off and running low and picking up yard, William Schmitz. And that should be a first down.
No, he's going to be short, Carroll. He's
okay, they moved it back.
Yeah, now Schmitz is their best runner, but that time he was tackled about 2 yards short. So we'll give him 4 yards on that pickup, their first run from scrimmage. And they are ready to kick. We don't expect them to go for it here. As back for the Spartans is Joshua Garcia.
Garcia with some good returns last week, John.
Well, he also is the one that recovered the fumble on the punt right at the first quarter, at the very start of the game.
Snap back, Nice kick. And it'll take a Spartan bounce, and it'll be down at the 38-yard line, still in Eastlake territory. The kick wasn't that bad, but it bounced about 8 yards the wrong direction for Eastlake. They'll spot it on the 39. Spartans will take over.
And it looks like Centro's ready to get up on the line of scrimmage, Carroll. They're trying to do this hurry up to keep the Titans a little bit confused as they are. They're lining up over the football right now.
And, Eastlake did the same thing on offense. Jimenez puts Morales in motion, rolls to his right, dumps it off, and it is Morales. Morales has some blocking downfield by Arturo Estrada, and he'll carry it down to the 22-yard line. First down. Well designed with Estrada leading and knocking a couple of Titans down.
17-yard pickup, Carroll. Central with an excellent offensive game plan so far. Just the miscue, the interception on the tip ball.
First and 10. It is a fumble, and Eastlake has it.
Got it. So that is another turnover now. Central's had 2 turnovers here in the early going. That time the ball just wasn't given securely to Viesca. Viesca was on the carry, and he just didn't have a chance to secure the football as it bounced. He tried to dive forward on it, wasn't able to get it. The Titans recovered.
Luke Schwenke recovered it. So, again, it'll be Eastlake first and 10 from their own 21-yard line.
So that's almost like a first down if they would have converted on that third down play. They've got the ball back right where it would have been.
And the handoff in the backfield, and there's not a lot there as stopped for no gain. Emilio Morales with the tackle on William Schmitz.
We expect William Schmitz to get the majority of the carries tonight as he is their featured back.
Eastlake dropped back to pass, looking, hit, and dumps it off, and it is, that's an offensive lineman that caught the ball.
So let's see what, there's a flag down.
Yep.
So that should be illegal touch, but we'll see. There could have been a hold by the Spartans.
Or he could have been down in the grasp. Balco.
Yeah, that would not, you shouldn't throw a flag if he's down, and then he throws the ball anyway. But it does look like that the Titans are moving back. They realize that it's illegal touch of the football.
It was a nice catch.
And in flag football, it would have been good.
Jeremy Finch with the catch, but doesn't count. John, Southwest leads Sweetwater 8-0 in the first quarter. Illegal touch. Ineligible downfield, and that's a loss of down. Let's see where they're going to spot it.
It's actually to Eastlake's benefit. They did not count him down in the grass because it would have been much further back. And so now...
Wait a minute. They're moving it the wrong way. Okay, they're going to take it from the line of scrimmage. Okay. So they'll spot it back at the 17-yard line. 5-yard penalty. And I believe he signaled loss of down. But
yes, illegal touching is a loss of down, so it is third down now.
Third and 14. Balco back, dumps it off. He flicks it, John. And it's a catch and run.
Very close to the first down, where it's going to depend upon where they spot it. It looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
Michael Martin with the catch.
So let's see if they go for this, Carroll. It's going to be 4th and 1. They needed 14. They got 13. And
4th and 1, spotted on the 30. It's a long one. They do send out the punt team. And we should point out that Alex Trejo on the tackle.
Yeah, let's see if this is a ruse, although their kicker is back there. And their kicker's a good one, Marco Gonzalez, although he got a bad kickoff last time. It was more of a roll. His kick was good. It just bounced backwards.
Snap back. Kick is away. And it'll be downed at the 44-yard line in Spartan territory. So the Spartans again will put it in play 1st and 10, spotted on the 43.
Worst field position of the night for the Spartans. Actually, after the original kickoff, of course, but this is their 3rd possession. And right up on the football, they're ready to go.
2:58 to play in the first quarter, no score. Vieska with the handoff. Vieska cuts it to the outside, gets a block, turns across the midfield stripe, down to about the 47-yard line in Eastlake territory.
Very close to a first down. If he didn't get it, he's within just a couple inches. So let's see if they're going to call for a measurement. And it looks like they're going to say that he is just short. That time, Carroll, Central caught Eastlake just trying to get organized on defense. And Vieska was able to run right by him.
2nd and inches, it is Vieska. He is hit hard in the backfield as he was just Austin Michael leveled Nico Vieska. You don't see that very often, John.
Yeah, loss of 2, but as they say, sometimes you go to the well once too often. Looks like now Central is in the Wildcat formation.
Vieska from the Wildcat. He'll run it to the left, and that's exactly what he does. And Vieska picks up the first down. So Nico Vieska gets the first down.
Central has 5 first downs. The Titans don't have any. They're at 0 as there is a Spartan down.
And updating, we mentioned Southwest leads Sweetwater 8-0. Imperial leads Valley Center 3-0. Mickey Dale, George Grahava have that game on our website, kxoradio.com. We're going to take a timeout while they tend to the injured Spartan.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
The Spartan that was shaken up was Nico Vieska, and he came off the field under his own power, and they are tending to him at the trainer's table.
And during that timeout, Carroll, they actually moved the football back to the 42, which now it looks like it's going to be 4th and inches to go unless they call for a measurement. Now, the Central coaching staff does have the right. They can call for a measurement. And apparently the officials are going to say no, they're not going to bring the chains out. They don't need to. Now, we are going to get an official's timeout, as perhaps the assistant coach isn't allowed to call for a measurement, but the head coach can, as Coach Payne went out there in the field and asked for that. So what they need to do is bring the chains out and let's see.
I think that would be the easiest way.
But right now we have a little bit of a struggle going where the chains are still firmly entrenched on the sidelines. Central's coming out now over the football, and it will be 4th down. And Vieska cannot be in the backfield as he was subbed out because he was injured on the previous play. Although he walked off the field, when the clock stops for an injured player, you cannot come back in and
now they will measure.
Well, let's see if it's going to cost Central a timeout. It looks like no, they're going to bring the chains out. Interesting to go back and forth like this. We've had a real quick first quarter, so I guess we need something to slow everybody down.
Minute 41 to play in the first quarter. There's no score. Southwest and Sweetwater, they're tied at 8, John.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough tussle over there. We've been to Sweetwater before. You remember they used to be the Red Devils. I know they're not that anymore. They have a new name, but I can't, off the top of my mind, think what it is. But they're one of those schools like Eastlake, but 30, 40 years ago, they were a powerhouse over there, and they've since fallen on hard times all the way to Division 5.
So the chain crew comes out. We have not seen a whole lot of measurements, John. They will stretch out the chains, and it is a first down.
So it is good that they did bring the chains out.
J.J. Jackson did not have to get out a credit card to measure, but it was very close.
And now out on the field, Carroll, is
Matthew Liziola is in the backfield.
They're saying that Jimenez has to come off, but he wasn't the injured player. Although Jonathan Real, the backup quarterback, is on the field as well.
Jimenez will take the snap, and right next to him is Brandon Mayo.
Okay, so yeah, I've got the wrong numbers.
Okay.
Brandon Mayo is number 4 before last week's jersey.
Fake it to Mayo, dump it off over the middle. It is complete to Emiliano Morales, and Morales down to the 33-yard line, good for a first down. Morales with a nice catch in traffic. So good for the first down. Morales is a sophomore. He's 5'10", and went higher than that. First and 10, Spartans.
Yeah, Centro's moved the football. Eastlake hasn't, but we're still scoreless because of the 2 turnovers.
Josiel Rodriguez goes out in the slot, left. Vega goes in motion. The handoff is to Mayo. Mayo dips, turns it outside, and is pushed out of bounds by the Rocket. Demery picks up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'm guessing that the Rocket's father was a Notre Dame fan and named his son after Rocket Ismail.
Well, his real name is Rashari Demery Jr. Mayo still in the backfield. Jimenez back to pass. He's hit, and he'll be sacked. Coming through is Austin Michael, and Michael will drop Jimenez back at the 39-yard line, a loss of 6. 3rd and 16. And this would be a passing down in my book. Jimenez takes a snap, rolls to his left, fires. It goes incomplete, in and out of the fingertips. Had Josiel Rodriguez been able to make the catch, it would have been an outstanding catch. This brings up a 4th and 16. And again, you're awful close.
Yeah, Centro's
for a punt. You're too far.
Punt.
Yeah.
They're dropping back in punt formation. Vega is out on the field. Central's first punt of the evening.
Maybe.
Last week he put 2 inside the 5-yard line.
But the snap rolls back, and he does get it away. It'll bounce at the 20 and be down at the 12. The ball rolled back to him, and he still managed to get it away. So the Eastlake Titans will take over. Vincent leads Valhalla 14-0. Southwest and Sweetwater tied at 8. Right now, there is no score here. Last update we had, Imperial leading Valley Center 3-0. Eastlake comes out of the huddle. 1st and 10 on their own 12-yard line. Tyler Balco will hand off, and it is Schmidt. And Schmidt is pushed out of bounds at about the 17. Nope, stays in bounds. And it is End of the first quarter. At the end of one quarter of play, we have no score.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
AM 1230 Kxo El Centro.
And high school football live from Cal Jones Field. No score as we start the second quarter. The Eastlake Titans will have the ball. It'll be 2nd and 5. The ball on their own 17-yard line. And both teams have been able to move the ball a little bit. The Spartans much better at moving the ball, but not as good at protecting the ball with 2 turnovers already, John.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game. Central has not given up a first down yet, but now Eastlake will get one because Central just jumped off sides.
And it was procedure, illegal motion by the Titans. And that's why Alex Trejo moved.
And that will give them the first down now as the ball sits out on the 22-yard line. Their first down of the evening, Carroll.
Balco. Hands off. Schmidt up the middle. Schmidt will be tackled after a gain of about 3. And a whole slew of Spartans in there, to include Emiliano Morales. 2nd and 8. Only gave him a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Central has been very tough against the run all year.
Coming out wide on the right side, Baron Cardona. 2 wide on the left side, handoff right up the middle. And bouncing off of the stack and breaking it outside across the 40 to the 43-yard line for Eastlake was Kingston Schaff.
Their best run from scrimmage as he took it from the 24 all the way out to the 42-yard line for an 18-yard gain. Their biggest gain from scrimmage. They did have a 13-yard pass completion before.
And Schaff is a 210-pound running back, John.
Yeah, no, he's a good one. He's their best player.
1st and 10. It is Schaff again in the middle. Schaff again dragging a couple of Spartans with him. Will get it out to the 47-yard line. So a pickup of 5. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
It looks like the Titans are gaining confidence, Carroll, on each snap as they were reeling on the ropes for the 2 big drives to Central to start the game, but the turnovers have changed the momentum. So now it's going to be on Central's side of the field to see if they can do something to turn it back.
2nd and 5. Sweetwater leads Southwest 15-8 in the second quarter. Here we have no score. Balco rolling to his left. Fires downfield, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. And there'll be a flag on the Spartans for a hit out of bounds.
Yeah, the receiver jumped up in the air, and the ball was well overthrown. And then the defensive player for the Spartans put a hit on him as he was still in the air. So they're probably going to call it like one of those defenseless kind of hits. So this will be the 3rd first down in this drive, as now Eastlake is going to be in Spartan territory.
And they call it as pass interference. Yeah. I'm not sure I saw that particular one, but...
Yeah, the player was so wide open. Maybe they felt that he was interfered on his break. But whatever, it's going to be a first down.
March it down all the way to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Eastlake on the Spartan 38-yard line. Eastlake with their best drive, aided by penalties. Empty backfield. Balco now starts directing people around.
They may need to take a timeout.
3 wide on the left side, looking to the left side, Ball is batted down, and Jared Martin bats Balco down.
They're going to call that an incompleted pass.
Yep. Ball was tipped, and as the ball came out of his fingertips, Martin hit him. Total legal, clean hit. Not a problem.
That does stop the clock.
2nd and 10. Pressure on Balco, again, with an empty backfield, no protection.
Yeah, Balco does go all the way to the sidelines to get the play from his coach, and now he's back in the huddle and ready to go.
His setback is William Schmitz. Schmitz with the football. Schmitz veers to the right, carries all the way down to the 26-yard line, and that is a first down.
Yeah, they're having a lot of success running Smith behind that big offensive line. That's 11-yard pickup.
And it'll be 1st and 10. Titans from the Spartan 27-yard line.
And the Titans will receive the second half kick when we get there.
9:30 to play in the first half. No score. Balco hands off and turning it upfield, finding a lane and getting inside the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastlake, William Schmitz. But there is a flag well behind the play. I think it's going to come back.
Yeah, that's unfortunately for the Titans. This one's going to come back, as there was a huge hole because the defensive end, Okan, on that side was taken down. Would have been a nice wrestling pin, and the referees are right there to see it. So now they're just going to have to figure out how far back they're going to move the football.
From the flag at the 20, should march it back to about the 30, but it'll stay first down. Up there calling it actually from the 26. So spotted on the 36, it'll still be first down, but now it'll be 1st and 19.
Yeah, that was a big play by the Titans that, unfortunately for them, the hold is what sprung the runner loose.
Balco back to pass, gets it off. It is complete underneath and finding some running room and carrying it all the way down to the 20-yard line was Michael Martin. Is that a name from the past? Anything familiar with that?
Yeah, it sounds like one of Lefty's kids. That Mike, and then Gino came up. But to Carroll, you had 1st and 19. Now you've got 2nd and 4, so that's not too bad.
Not bad at all. Trips on the right side. That's the wide side. Dumping it off underneath, and it is complete. Good for a first down. Pass caught by Michael Martin. The tackle by Emiliano Morales, but it'll be 1st and 10, spotted on the 13.
And that's a mirror of what Centro likes to do, just get the snap, stand up, and throw it to the wideout, and have the other receiver blocking. So Morales did a good job to bring him down, but unfortunately for the Spartans, it was past the yard to make. So we've got first down, knocking on the door now from the 13-yard line, 1st and 10.
And Eastlake from the shotgun hands it off to the big guy, Schmitz. And Schmitz powers his way down to the 10. It's a pickup of about 3. Morales in on the tackle, as well as Gavin Mora.
And they are now within field goal range, Carroll. Their kicker has kicked 12 field goals this year. So he's a good one. And that's Marco Gonzalez. But they don't want a field goal here. They want to put the first touchdown up on the board after weathering the storm from Central.
2nd and 7. Schmitz with the handoff. Schmitz is hit and pushed back, gets it down to about the 5. So he picked up some good yardage, picked up about 5 yards, spotted on the 7. So it'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, let's see if they just keep going with that. He's under a head of steam. Central's had a hard time containing him.
Schaff is 210 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yes, and 210 pounds in the middle. He's going to be able to move the pile, and that's what he's done. Schaff.
And there is a real giddy up in the Eastlake players now. They feel the momentum their way.
Now there's timeout.
I believe Central is going to take a timeout.
We will take a timeout as well. 6:37 to play in the first half. There is no score.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
No score here yet. The Eastlake Titans are threatening around the valley in CIF play. Sweetwater leads Southwest 15-8. Vincent with a 14-0 lead on Valhalla. Imperial 6, Valley Center nothing, and Tri-City Christian 7, Calapat nothing. The Titans threatening here as the ball is fumbled and the Spartans recover. It was a pitch that didn't work as the ball recovered in there, and I believe we can give credit to Isaiah Aguirre for the recovery. So, turnovers, John. Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Turnover fair play, as it was not any hit by the Spartans, as you mentioned. It was a bad pitch. And Central took over now right at the 9-yard line, so it was a 4-yard loss.
Luis Jimenez, the quarterback. And the handoff up the middle and looking for some running room across the 15, stays on his feet, spun out of bounds. At about the 21-yard line, Nico Viesca. Nobody in the Spartan backfield runs quite like Viesca, John.
And it's good to see that he's back now after being not helped off the field, but he had to go off the field after being injured in the first quarter. So he's back now, and a big gain brings Central out of trouble.
1st and 10 from the 21. Morales in motion, back to pass is Jimenez. Jimenez will dump it off, and it's intercepted. Ill-advised pass, and it's intercepted by Michael Martin.
We've called his name, haven't we, tonight?
Jimenez would have been better off taking that lane and running for a couple of yards instead of throwing it. And throwing it on the run.
He is a sophomore. He will get better.
So, 1st and 10, Eastlake. Spot the ball on the Spartans' 25-yard line. We're playing a little bit of dropsy tonight, John.
Yeah, that's we've had 4 turnovers already.
And the handoff in the middle of that will go nowhere. The Spartan defense stood him up and then knocked him down. Shaft with nothing. You're using last week's roster, John.
Yes, I've got the wrong numbers. Who was the Spartan that recovered the fumble there?
Well, that was Isaiah Aguirre.
And what number is he?
52
with these
tonight.
Uniforms?
Last week they used special bell game uniforms.
Right, that had their numbers on them.
Names on the back with the number. And they had different numbers. 2nd and 9. Falco rolling to his right, has a man wide open downfield and complete down to the 11-yard line. That should be good for the first down as Isaiah Rodriguez, all alone, nobody within about 10 yards of him when he caught that ball.
Yeah, 6 for 8 is Balco here, Carroll, in the first half.
And it'll be 1st and goal. No, I'm sorry, 1st and 10 from the 12. Balco has Shaft behind him. Fakes it to Shaft, dumps it off in the flat. It is complete, but at best, there'll be a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, they lost yards, Carroll. That's like what Centro does sometimes. They actually threw it behind the line of scrimmage, and he was brought down for a 2-yard loss.
Zivan Carranza with the catch.
That's going to bring up now 2nd and 12 from the 13.
4:30 to play in the first half. Again, no score. And it's not so much a defensive struggle, it's a mistake-prone first half.
Yeah, Central with 3 turnovers in this half.
Eastlake with 2. And now there's timeout on the field. And we'll take this timeout. Eastlake with the timeout. 4:12 to play in the first half. There is no score.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
It is 2nd and 11. Eastlake threatening again. Balco marks out the signals, fires into the end zone. It is complete. Somebody missed coverage, and the pass completed to Zivan Carranza. Nobody had him. I don't know where that broke down, but there was not a Spartan anywhere near him, and he was in the end zone.
And Balco had all day to survey the field, so Central decided to drop back. They only rushed 4, dropped back 7, and he came loose late, right across the middle. Nobody had him. Eastlake scores the first of the game's points.
And the kick is up, and the point is good. 4:07 to play in the first half. It is Eastlake 7, Central nothing.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service. 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
And the Sweetwater I mentioned that because we have an update. Sweetwater leads Southwest 22-8 in the second quarter. Eastlake with the points, and now they will kick off. Marco Gonzalez. Marco is 5'6", and he's got a big toe. High, deep kick. It'll be fielded at the 5, out to the 10, to the 15, looking for some running room. Morales inside, cuts it to the outside across the 30, stiff arms a tackler, and is pushed out of bounds.
And we have a penalty marker at the 45-yard line. They're going to call this for Central. What Central does is, after the young man kicks the football, he kind of trots downfield, and they look to lay a hit on him. And they were warned that if he's not in the play, then you certainly should not be going after him. So I'm pretty confident that's what this is going to do. That was already Estrada on the return, and he brought it all the way out to the 35, 36, but this one's going back, it looks like. They'll have to mark it off at the end of the run since the penalty happened well in Eastlake territory. So Estrada brought it all the way out to the 37. If it's a 15-yarder, that should put it back on the 22. And they're going to call it 10 yards, so it'll be back on the 27.
It'll be 1st and 10 Spartans on their own 27-yard line. Viesca is right behind Jimenez, his quarterback. Estrada goes in motion. It is a handoff to Viesca. Viesca across the 30 and spun out of bounds at about spotted on the 41-yard line, so he gets the first down.
And that's a nice 14-yard carry by Viesca, as he certainly is running well, just as he did last week when he ran for over 100 yards. The clock now shows 3:52. It stopped because the Viesca was tossed out of bounds. So Central should have all 3 of their timeouts left.
And Jimenez fakes it to Viesca, fires it. It is complete in the flat. And that is Estrada looking for some running room. He just will not go down as he crosses the 45 to the 43 in Eastlake territory. Emiliano Morales, on the catch.
Yeah, Morales looks an awful lot like Artie Estrada. And, he took the ball into the Eastlake Titans territory. The ball's on the 44. So that's a 17-yard pitch and catch.
Morales is a sophomore. I think maybe he learned something from Artie Estrada. 1st and 10. Morales in motion. Jimenez dumps it off. It is incomplete. Joshua Garcia on a screen, but Eastlake all over that screen, John.
That was actually to Central's benefit that the ball was not completed, and he was going to be tackled at least 5 yards, if not more, behind the line of scrimmage.
It is 2nd and 10. Handoff right up the middle. It is Viesca. Viesca across the 40, bounces into a Titan and is pushed down. On the tackle, Luke Schwenke. Also in on the tackle, Nate Rodriguez.
Nice 7-yard pickup by Viesca as he continues to move the ball upfield. 3rd and a very makeable 3.5 yards here. Central in the Wildcat.
And there are whistles before the snap.
Timeout, Eastlake.
Eastlake takes timeout. We will take a timeout. We've got 2:38 to play in the first half. It is Eastlake 7 and Central nothing.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
And it's high school football. We're live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, and on the KXO YouTube channel. Coming at the half, we anticipate we'll be talking to Todd Evangelist, and we'll find out about El Centro Youth Football on the Wildcat. It is Viesca. Viesca breaks away one tackle and picks up the first down. Viesca just will not go down.
Yeah, he was actually wrapped up in the backfield, but it took a shirt-tail tackle to bring him down on the 33-yard line for a nice 4-yard pickup. It was more than enough for the first down.
Jesse Jackson winds the clock. We've got 2:20 to play in the first half. Jimenez, the sophomore, has Viesca right next to him. Takes the snap, rolling to his right, looking back, steps up, runs into one of his own players, and then is sacked. He'll lose 2 yards.
Yeah, Centro was trying to go deep. They had running down the field, loose and free, and then the Titans very adroitly double-teamed him. They sent the safety back, and the cornerback caught up to him. That was Vega.
2nd and 13. Again, Viesca right behind Jimenez. Viesca with the football. Up the middle, a big hole. And across the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown. Nico Viesca.
No flags.
A 36-yard ramble by Nico Viesca for the score. That opened up. And I know Todd Evangelist was standing right behind us when that opened up. And that's the kind of thing, if you're a running back, you see that and say, oh my, oh my, oh my.
That's the position Todd played in here at Central. He was tailback.
Point after attempt, the kick is up, and the kick is good. We've got 1:33 to play in the first half. We are tied at 7.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, this is Daryl Pechtel, Director of Adult, Student, and Parent Services at the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build a habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Oh, my, John, you saw that hole, didn't you?
Yes, and it was opened up by the Central interior line, and then Miguel Vega converted the kick.
And that's where we stand, tied at 7. Kickoff is away, a high kick that'll bounce at a 15, picked up at the 11, looking for some running room, turns on the jets and upfield, shakes a tackle and is at the 40, the 30, the 20, down inside the 10-yard line. The return by Isaiah Rodriguez, a sophomore.
And we mentioned before the games that Eastlake is big, but they also have good speed. And that time, that sophomore just, once he broke containment, just went right down the sidelines and outran most of the defensive players.
From the 12 where he picked it up to the 12 where he was finally tackled. And it'll be 1st and 10, Eastlake on the Spartan 12-yard line with 1:30 to play in the first half.
Once again, Central's defense is going to be called upon to hold them out of the end zone here.
And on the quarterback keeper, there is nothing there, as it was Balco on a designed quarterback sweep.
Yeah, they're going to put that one in the trash can as it lost 4 yards.
2nd and 14. Balco will toss the ball down, stop the clock.
Right, they have no timeouts left, so that was to kill the clock.
And that'll give them a 3rd down, 3rd and 14.
Now, they are in field goal range, Carroll, so they could, if they convert a field goal at this point, they could take a lead into the locker room at halftime. And we've already mentioned that Eastlake will receive the second half kick.
Oh, my, that electrifying kick return just took the wind out of the fans here at Cal Jones Field. Empty backfield. Balco sends everybody out, dumps it off, and it is incomplete. Threw it behind the intended receiver, and that intended receiver was Zivan Carranza, and
it looks like we're going to get a field goal attempt here, Carroll.
That's what it looks like.
Be about a 33, 34-yarder. We'll see they're going to put it down on the 23-yard line, so this will be a 33-yard attempt, well within his range.
Marco Gonzalez, as we said, he's 5'7", but he's got a big foot.
And Central takes the timeout.
Central will take the timeout. 1 minute and 1 second to play in the first half. We're tied at 7.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea.
And the kick, the field goal attempt is blocked. The Spartans recover the blocked kick, and on that recovery was Diego Quezada. And Quezada...
He's the one that caught it, but there's about 5 Spartans that blocked it as the kick trajectory was just too low. It was just right about helmet high. So there's a whole bunch of Central Spartans to get credit for that block. As the ball now sits on the 32, Central takes over there with the game still tied.
53 seconds to play in the first half.
We've seen a little bit of everything this half, Carroll. Fumbles, interceptions, block kicks.
We're tied at 7. And
Central does have a timeout left. We'll see if they decide to use it.
Jimenez has Viesca right behind him. Hands off to Viesca. Viesca goes up the middle. He's wrapped up and dropped after a short gain. And the tackle there by Caleb Adelman.
The clock continues to move. It's under 40 seconds, but Central not in any hurry.
You know, in some respects, if they go in tied at 7, you got to be kind of happy about that, John?
After 3 turnovers, you certainly would be.
Jimenez back to pass, looking, dumps it off in the flat, is complete, and finding a little bit of running room across the middle, not going down.
That's Estrada.
And picking up some good yardage, it's Emilio Morales. No, it is Estrada. They run so much alike, John.
That's a good 18-yard pickup by Estrada, and it does stop the clock as they need to get the chain set.
And the Spartans take their timeout, their final timeout. 13 seconds to play in the first half. We're tied at 7, and it is It's a good one.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
And it is 7-7. The Central Spartans, the Eastlake Titans in first round CIF Division II playoff action. And both teams with mistakes. And that's why we're tied at 7. Jimenez has Viesca right next to him, 13 seconds to play in the first half. Jimenez will keep it. I saw a face mask there, and so did the officials.
Well, that will serve two purposes, Carroll. It will give him 15 yards, but it'll also stop the clock.
It stops the clock with 9 seconds to play, and it'll give them... That face mask is such a handy thing to grab.
Now they have to determine if it's going to be 5 or 15 yards. Now, Central needs to be right up on the line of scrimmage to kill this. As soon as they mark the ball, the clock will run.
And it is a 15-yarder.
So that is a personal foul. Automatic first down, takes the ball all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Spotted on the 39. So we need a first and 10 from the 39 that'll get you into the end zone, because with 9 seconds, you pretty much only have one play.
The clock will start, or it should have started.
Trips on the right side. Morales on the left side. Back to pass, looking, dumps it off a screen underneath to Viesca, and it goes to the 35-yard line, and that's it. And that's the end of the first half. At the end of the first half of play, we're tied 7-all.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
We are at the half, the Central Spartans and the Eastlake Titans. We're tied at 7. And just updating scores around first round CIF play. Vincent leads Valhalla. Just got an update, 28-0. Vincent over Valhalla, 28-0. We expected no less. Sweetwater over Southwest, 22-8. Imperial leads Valley Center 6-0, and Tri-City Christian 7, Calapat 0. And again here 7-7. In the booth with us is Todd Evangelist, and before we go into the El Centro youth football,
right?
Okay, as a former Spartan, long lines. I can remember, 3 generations of evangelists on the field, and
right.
with your grandfather, John.
Right. Well, it was actually my great-grandfather.
You're aging me now.
It was my great-uncle who went to school here, not my great-grandfather.
Okay.
My great-uncle.
But
and then yes, my uncle, and then me.
Okay. What do you think of the first half?
Well, I mean, gosh, I think we're a better team than Eastlake. I think the rankings, are true to what they are. But if we can hold on to the football and not give it away, I think we'd be up by 2 scores. I think we're in for a bit of a fight in the second half.
I think so as well. And looking at Nikhil Fiesca, he doesn't want to go down.
No, hard runner, good runner, and you know, the thing is, in football, you can do 100 things right, but in the 101st thing, if you fumble it, then it's all for naught. And that's what we've been doing. I mean, in the first quarter, we probably had the ball 14 minutes out of the 16, and we didn't get a score out of it. And that's super frustrating. And so when you look at our team, they're marching the ball down, they're doing everything right, and defensively we're stopping them. But we just give them the ball back, and I don't know of any level of football that you can give up the ball as much and expect to win.
And to walk away tied at 7, you have to be okay. We cut out those mistakes, and we can do this.
Certainly, if we play without turning the ball over, we'll win. We'll beat this team. But this team's not going to roll over.
Oh no. Okay. The reason you're here, there's a youth football program happening.
Yeah. When I say we, it's myself and a couple other alumni here at Central. Sat around a couple years ago, actually, and we realized that Central didn't really have a specific feeder youth football program for Central. Goodness knows Brawley's got a feeder program. Hopeville's got a feeder program. Imperial essentially has a feeder program. And, there's even something that kind of has orientated themselves towards Southwest, and that's great. They need all the help. But for whatever reason, we kind of looked.
I caught that, by the way.
We looked up and we realized that there was nothing that's dedicated towards, Central. There's not a youth Spartan team. And so myself and some friends decided to make a change to that. So we dipped our toes into the water last year. We had just one team of 13-year-old kids. Those are essentially 8th graders. And so we had a bunch of 8th graders play last year. It was a great little time of it. But we did it under the auspice of another association. We did it out of another city, just kind of with all El Centro kids. This year, to do it right, we decided to create a whole new association. So we organized a whole nonprofit and did the whole thing and created the El Centro Youth Football Association. And we just concluded our first season of play with got about 4 teams and almost about 100 kids playing in the program. So it was a great year, and it's fun to see them tonight. The reason I'm here tonight is Centro was nice enough to have a hostess for a youth football night tonight. So they invited the kids to run out from the little tunnel before game. They were all excited, and we had a little ceremony before the kickoff this evening.
It sounds like it's a good program. Are you basically running the same offenses?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I wish we could run it as effectively as Central does sometimes. They got big boys who've been 17, 18-year-old kids running this offense for Central. So we do it a little bit more simplified, but it's the same formations. It's the same. We call the numbering systems are the same. The defensive systems are the same. We just do it a little bit more of a modified, simpler version for. We go down to as young as 6 and 7-year-olds in our flag team, and then we have 8 and 9-year-olds playing on the team, and then on up to those 13-year-old teams. So we have about 4 different teams at different levels, and some of them are more sophisticated than others. But we're wearing the Central colors, and we're running the Central offense, and we get to. And Central's been so good to us. A couple times our field was flooded or something, and so they invited us to come practice at Central. At the beginning of the year, we couldn't have access to our fields for some reason or another, and so Central once again invited us to practice at their field. Our kids absolutely loved it. And then tonight was kind of the culmination of the season and being able to run out onto the field before the game, and it was a great time for our boys.
Well, one of the things that works is your 13-year-olds are going to be freshmen next year.
Right.
And they already know the system.
Yes.
David Gloria, these kids are going to know how to put on an athletic supporter and know where, okay, that's the 2-hole, that's the 4-hole, that's the 8-hole.
Gosh, getting simple stuff, Carroll, just getting into the 3-point stance.
Yes.
Unfortunately, here's the other thing about our association is that, I was a little naive of it, but to play youth football anymore, some of these associations are charging near $600. And so what that means is is essentially you can't play football as a youth in El Centro unless you have that kind of money, and we need everybody to beat Brawley. We can't just rely on the kids who have that kind of money. We need everybody, and so unfortunately, kids are coming in as freshmen, never playing football before because they couldn't afford it. Our association has taken a different approach. We've worked real hard with some friends and board members to raise money. In fact, this past year, the city of El Centro has donated towards our cause. We're super appreciative of that. And next year, we're going to charge less than what we charged this year. We charge a couple $100 less than anybody else did in our little youth football association or conference here locally. And next year, it'll be even lower.
And, not being able to afford to play should not be a reason.
Absolutely not. It's an equity and access thing. And like I tell people, we need everybody to beat Brawley. We can't just we just can't get the kids out there who can afford it. We need everybody.
Well, I know I donated because my next door neighbor is playing and got hit up, and that's good. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Encourage it, and what it does, it sets up the pipeline. And again, David Gloria does a great job as a freshman coach, but David has to start at the very, very basics for so many of those kids.
Yeah, and that's our association is trying to change that. That's our goal, is that we want kids to come in who know how to play football, who understand the Central system, and are ready to go and are excited about being Central Spartans. I guess the reality is they're excited about being Central Spartans anyways because of this field and this program that we have here. We're just trying to get them ready to be Spartans.
Okay, your senior year, what was the male game score?
It was close. It was 13-7. It was my senior year. It was here, and we beat Brawley both times that year. The first time we beat them 31-6. If you remember back in the early 80s.
You played the money game and then the regular season game.
The last preseason game was against Brawley. So we beat them 31-6. And then the bell game was nail biter, and I had a migraine headache for a week afterwards just from the intensity of the crowd yelling and the band playing and the guys on the radio yelling as well.
Do you remember any of the other games you played that year?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
No, I'm one of those guys who remember every play. So,
okay.
It was a great year. That was the season of 1985, and we had a decent team that year.
Yes, you did. I recall. Todd, we appreciate the visit. You're done for the year with with your games?
We are.
Okay.
It's all that's left is the pizza parties and shaking of hands and then we're off to next year. And so here's the thing, Carroll. We love if you're listening to us for the first time and you have a son or I guess even a daughter if you want to play flag football with us or a grandchild. We're looking for players ages 6 and 7 for our flag team. Ages 8 through 13, those are going to be the tackle divisions. We have a team for every age level, and we're looking for players. So if you want information, you can just kind of Google El Centro Youth Football Association, and we'll be there.
Okay, Todd, we appreciate the visit.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for supporting Central Spartan Athletics. Appreciate you guys here at Kxo.
Okay, we are at the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 Kxo El Centro. And John Driffill has been feverishly working on numbers. And what do we have, John?
Well, the stats show what the game shows. Central actually dominated, but 3 turnovers is going to keep it close. We had Eastlake run the ball 12 times from scrimmage for 46 yards, so that's about 4 yards a carry. But remember, they're that big 36-yard touchdown run. Take that away, and they're averaging about 2 yards a carry. 8 for 12 was a sophomore Balco for 71 yards, giving Eastlake 117 total yards. They had 7 first downs. They did have 1 fumble that was recovered by the Central Spartans, Isaiah Gary. On the other side of the football, Central ran it 20 times for 107 yards. 8 for 13 was Jimenez for 93 yards, giving Central a nice first half of 200 total yards, 13 first downs. That's a lot of first downs, but they did have the 1 fumble and the 2 interceptions. Individually, the 107 yards, as always, is gained mostly by Nico Viesca. But let's take a look first. When he was out, Brandon Mayo had 1 carry for 2 yards. Jimenez, the quarterback, was sacked once and then had a carry for a positive 1 yard, ending up with a total of 2 yards for -5. And Viesca had 17 carries, 110 yards, and the 1 touchdown that Central got. The 8 receptions were spread out among 4 different receivers for the Spartans. First, Nico Viesca had 1 catch for 4 yards. Emiliano Morales had 4 catches for 54 yards. Artie Estrada had 2 catches for 30 yards. And Miguel Vega, the junior, who's been coming on at the end of the year, he had 1 catch for 5 yards. So overall, Central dominated the stats, Carroll, but Eastlake scored when they had the opportunity. Central, when they were down inside the 20-yard line, twice turned the ball over on interceptions and once on a fumble. So that's 3 turnovers inside your own 20. And that leads to a recipe of usually losing. So right now it's going to be a second half, 24 minutes. Both teams are even, 7-7. Eastlake will get the second half kick. And I would think that Central will do some kind of pooch kick. I doubt if they're going to kick it deep again.
If they do, they will kick it to the other side of the field. Updating scores again around the valley in CIF play. Escondido 21, Calexico 6. It is Vincent 21, Valhalla nothing. I'm sorry, Vincent 28, Valhalla nothing. Sweetwater 22, Southwest 8. Tri-City Christian 7, Calipat nothing. And the last update we had, Imperial 6, Valley Center nothing. And again, we knew that was going to be a good one. They had met earlier this year, Imperial with a win in overtime. And it was something that, Imperial hadn't done in a while. So they were looking forward to the rematch tonight. We've got a second half kickoff coming up. Again, at the half, there is a tie. Central 7, Eastlake 7.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
And the Spartans are ready to kick off, and let's see where it goes.
Rodriguez is back there deep on about the 8-yard line.
And it is another high, deep kick, and it'll bounce at the 15, picked up at the 12. Rodriguez again. Rodriguez finds the same hole, turns it upfield, and is finally pushed out of bounds as Isaiah Rodriguez brings it out to the 45-yard line in Eastlake territory. But, John, I'd figured out I'd kick it to the other side of the field, John.
Well, the other side, that's where we have their best running back, Schwenke. So they kicked it to the sophomore again, and he broke a tackle at the 30. He was wrapped up and broke a tackle and got it 16 more yards. So Eastlake with excellent field position.
1st and 10, Eastlake from their own 46-yard line. Valco puts Garanzi in motion, but hands it up the middle. And maybe a yard. That's about it. As the
Schmidt, Schmidt's leading ball carrier on the year. He was able to push the pile for a couple yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 8. And on the tackle for the Spartans, Matthew Liziola. 2nd and 8. Eastlake with the football. Dumps it off in the flat and hit and dropped. Nice open field tackle there by Arturo Estrada. He breaks open field tackles, but he knows how to make them. And it'll be no gain, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that's a play that Estrada sees all the time because Centro runs it. So he actually beat the block while the ball was still in the air. You can't block until the receiver has the ball. So and he came in and made a very sure tackle now, bringing up 3rd and 8.
Trips come out on the right side, the wide side of the field. And somebody moved, and what I saw was Eastlake, but I wasn't watching Central, so we'll let the officials sort this out.
Yes, Central, it looked like they saw the movement and jumped across side. And so now we're going to get the motion against Eastlake.
And that's exactly what happened, John. The down lineman moved, and then the running back moved as well.
And unfortunately for Eastlake, they saw the Central defensive lineman after he jumped offside. He jumped up and down as if he'd committed the infraction, but he was moving on the motion. So that got the crowd across the way stirred up, but it was an obvious call. As you mentioned, 2 guys actually were in motion, as Balco now gets the call from the sidelines from his head coach, Jose Mendoza.
And there is a good representation from Eastlake on the other side of the field, John.
Well, we know they brought a bus full of people that got here about 5:30 tonight.
3rd and 13. Trips again on the right side, the wide side of the field. Now they flood that side, looking down that way, firing over the middle intended for Baron Cardona, but it goes incomplete.
Well, that's because Balco was absolutely just crushed by the Central Spartans, Gavin Moore. And so the ball was 10 yards shy of where it needed to be, and this is going to bring up 4th down.
And the design of that play, I've seen that on a Sunday where Cardona pretty much had free reign over the middle.
Yeah, you just need a little more time to complete the pass like they did when they were able to move the ball downfield on their touchdown scoring drive.
Estrada deep to receive the punt. The punt is away. The punter goes down, but I don't see a flag yet.
Well, that's because he was blocked into it. He was blocked and actually slid underneath the kicker. So that's going to be 1st down for the Spartans down around the 22-yard line. We'll let the refs mark it, and Central will get their first possession, so we'll see what adjustments they've made during halftime.
It'll be 1st and 10. Spartans putting it in play on the 22-yard line, their own 22-yard line. And J.J. Jackson, our referee, explaining to one of the Eastlake players why there was no flag.
So now if Central can keep from turning the ball over this half, they will stand a better chance of winning the game.
Handoff, it is Viesca right up the middle. Viesca with a 3-yard gain out to the 25.
So Viesca's first carry, and we certainly have seen that on that particular play is what Eastlake did was they pinched their 2 defensive linemen right over the center, and that's where Viesca was having success running. So that time he still picked up 3 yards, but not the 5, 7, 8 yards he was getting in the first half.
And if you adjust that way, you just take it outside. Go off tackle. 2nd and 7. Dump it off. It is complete at the 25, out to the 30, spinning out, and out to the 25-yard line. The pass completed to Emiliano Morales. The sophomore, like I said, he has learned from Arturo Estrada what to do once you catch the ball.
Nice 10-yard pickup on the first pass attempt by Jimenez here in the second half.
It'll be 1st and 10, spotted right on the 35-yard line, still in Spartan territory. Morales goes in motion, but the handoff right up the middle to Viesca. Viesca across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Another 1st down.
And at that time, the pass on the previous play had loosened up, and the linebackers for the Eastlake Titans had gone about 3 yards further outside, and that left the middle wide open for a 12-yard pickup by Viesca.
We're tied at 7. We've got 8:27 to play in the third quarter.
One thing Central has not done is let their quarterback do a rollout and then take off running. Sometimes it seems like he does have some space, but so far they haven't called that.
Fake it to Viesca, rolling to his left, and he'll pump it and run out of bounds before he gets hit. And he'll pick up about 7 yards. Jimenez doesn't want to run, John.
Okay, then they're moving it. They'll call it on the 49 into Eastlake territory, so they're actually going to give him a 4-yard pickup for Jimenez on that.
Second down. Yeah, I get the strong urge that Jimenez does not want to run. It is Viesca in the backfield. He's hit in the backfield, but manages to pick up a few yards after that initial hit. And he is brought down by Kingston Schaff.
That's a name we call both on offense and defense for these Titans.
Spotted on the 49. It is third down.
Obviously important third down here for Central to keep the drive going. Jimenez
rolling to his right, stops, turns back to his left, looks downfield, fires, and goes incomplete. And everybody's looking for a flag, and nobody has thrown one.
Well, they did say there's penalty, but I don't see any flag down.
Nope.
But the referees are talking, so let's see if there was some other infraction that wasn't seen. There's a good example, Carroll, that Jimenez could have easily run for the first down on his own.
He doesn't want to run, John.
And he did throw the ball into double coverage.
Pass interference is called. Okay, I did not see the flag. It was pass interference. There was not much doubt about that, but we did not see the flag. So it's a 10-yard mark off.
So that's going to take all the way down to the 34-yard line, bringing up 1st and 10 now for the Spartans. And Eastlake, of course, across the way, not very happy with that call.
When they see the film, they'll see it was the correct call. Viesca cuts inside, takes it to the outside, gets it down to the 29-yard line, so it's a pickup of 5. I'll take a 1st and 5 run anytime, John.
Yeah, Viesca has been a very important cog in this Central attack all year long. But it seems like as the season has gone, he's gotten better. As the game progresses, he seems to get stronger, get better.
He's listed at 5'8", 185, and that is a load for a high school running back. Jimenez dumps it off, and it goes incomplete. The snaps back in the shotgun have not been good. Jimenez has had to almost pick them up off the turf.
And also that time, Carroll, they had the same play called on both sides of the field. Artie Estrada was running the little flanker screen on the right side. They threw it out here to the left side, trying to get it to Vega. And both of them were open. It's just the pass wasn't on target.
3rd and 5. It is 4th down territory. Jimenez rolling to his right, and the ball's tipped. He had the man open, and it was tipped by Blake Schweer.
Yeah, that did save a first down. Artie Estrada was standing across the line to make the change, and he would have made the catch, we assume, as now it appears that the Spartans are going to punt.
That's what they say. Let's see if they do it. It's on the 29-yard line.
I'm sure they're thinking, Eastlake had a 3-and-out, so let's go ahead and punt it deep. But they had a part of that 3-and-out was they had a 5-yard penalty.
Staff is back, and a little pooch punt. It'll bounce at the 5, roll down, and be down at the 3-yard line. The Spartans put Eastlake's Titans in the hole. It'll be 1st and 10 on their own 3-yard line. 6:40 to play in the third quarter. We're tied at 7. And updating some scores around the Valley. We'll do that after we catch the play.
Yeah, Eastlake, they're right back out on the field, Carroll. Both teams have been running that hurry-up offense. Now, Eastlake huddled up in the end zone, but they came out as a huddle, so they're ready to snap the ball right now.
On the 4-yard line. 1st and 10 from their own 4. Standing in the end zone is Balco. Balco will hand off, and the handoff to Nate Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. That's not territory where you can lose yardage.
And Carroll, I understand what the coach across the way is thinking. He doesn't want to call anything that's going to put his quarterback or ball carriers in danger of turning the ball over. So if they do any kind of passes, it's going to be that quick, short stuff that goes right along the line of scrimmage. You just obviously don't want to turn the ball over down here.
Well, Balco stands in his end zone, takes a snap, hands off to the first back through, and I believe that's Rodriguez again.
And that's nice, safe calls. He runs the ball out to the 6-yard line.
Okay, that time it was the Schmitz. William Schmitz. It is 3rd down at 8.
Balco on the sidelines getting the call in from his coach, Jose Martinez. They don't send a runner in. They want to make sure that the quarterback has it.
3rd and 8.
Double wideouts to the right, one to the left. So it is a spread with a single back.
And I think a little bit of miscommunication. The running back went to the right, and Balco tried to hand it off to the left.
Yeah, it looked like that was supposed to be a read option where he either gives it to the halfback or pulls it away and tries to hit one of his receivers that just jumps right on the line of scrimmage and turns around. And his halfback ran the wrong way, so he had nobody to fake the ball to.
4th and 8. Spotted on the 6-yard line. Punting deep, standing deep in his end zone. Gonzalez.
Must be a good snap.
It is a good snap. And the kick is away, and it'll be down at the 39-yard line in Eastlake territory. The Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on the Eastlake 39.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
It is 1st and 10, Spartans on the Eastlake 39-yard line.
Now Central lines up, and then all of the players look to the sidelines to get the call in from the coach, Coach Pena. Now they're ready to snap it.
Handoff, it is Viesca. Viesca up the middle. Viesca will pick up about 2 yards. That's it. Nothing there.
Yeah, once again, all 11 players for the Spartans are looking to the sidelines, getting the call as now we're going to get a timeout by the Spartans.
Spartans will take a timeout. We'll take timeout. 4:12 to play in the third quarter. It is Central 7 and Eastlake 7.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IBC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
2nd and 9, and fake it to Viesca, rolling to his left, firing and misfiring, incomplete. Joshua Garcia, the intended receiver, but it went a little bit high. Otherwise, we would have been looking at a first down, John.
Yeah, that was a wide open pass play by Garcia. Excellent route. And Carroll, the previous play was not a timeout. Centro did not take a timeout. I did not see there was a player for the Titans who cramped up one of the defensive backs, and so that's why play was stopped.
3rd and 9. Jimenez with Viesca right next to him. Drops back, looking, firing deep, and overthrows the intended receiver. That was Estrada. Threw it into double coverage and goes incomplete. Brings up a 4th down. They punted the last time, and they were successful with that. I think they're going to punt again, John.
Yeah, and Jimenez right now is obviously not having his best game, especially the second half. He's misfiring, only 1 for 5, and he's had players open. He just, I think, has a little bit too much adrenaline, and he's getting rid of the ball without setting his feet.
So the punt, another Pooch punt. This one will bounce at the 15 and be covered. Why did he do that, John?
Well,
he fell on it at the 11.
He wanted to save it from bouncing any further, but he took a chance on muffing it and then having the Spartans, who had 3 players right there, that fell on him. But once again, the Titans are going to start deep in their own territory on the 10-yard line.
So it is 1st and 10. Titans on the 10. A little bit better field position than what they had the last time, John.
In the last 3 games, Central's defense has been stellar, holding Imperial to only 10 and then holding Brawley to no offensive touchdowns. So far, only 1 touchdown tonight, but you just wonder how long can they continue to do that. Eastlake double wideouts left and right, single back in the backfield.
Put Martin in motion, hand off to the big guy up the middle. And the big guy up the middle is stuffed. William Schmitz will pick up about 2.
Second straight drive, Carroll, they've started with that play. It's just a very safe play where you want to try to get as much momentum forward without having a chance of turning the ball over. So securely putting the ball right in the gut of your big halfback and letting him get what he can get.
So 2nd and 8, spotted on the 12-yard line.
Triple wideouts to the left now for the Titans.
Falco back to pass, fires, and it is complete. Completed to Michael Martin. Have you noticed his delivery, John? It's kind of slinging it sidearm.
Yes, very reminiscent of Gutierrez from Brawley, as that was a nice pickup of 7 yards, bringing up 3rd and 1. 2 for 3 here in this half is the sophomore quarterback, Malco.
And
now the suspense, are they going to run for this, or will they try to throw it again? They have triple wideouts to the left and 1 wideout to the right with only a single setback.
And they hand off to the big guy in the middle, and he gets close to the first out. I think he does have it.
This is going to be a very close spot, Carroll. It looks like he is right on the 20, which should be enough for a first down. Let's see if they have to measure for it.
Kingston Schaff, the 210-pound junior running back, gets the first down by a couple of dimples on the ball.
And that is their first down here in the third quarter.
2 minutes to play in the third quarter. We're tied at 7.
Once again, Balco on the sidelines getting the play. Then he runs out to huddle, transfers the play to his team with triple right outs to the left, one to the right. So this is pretty much the formation they're using on this drive.
Balco from the shotgun drops back, looking, fires downfield, and it is incomplete, tipped away. Great defensive play, and that was Estrada who tipped it away.
Artie Estrada, Central's best athlete out there on that field. And he mentioned last week how he baited the quarterback into an interception. He didn't have the interception there, but he actually let the player get behind him, but he was ready to knock the ball away.
2nd and 10. Balco hands off, and the Kingston Schaff.
Excellent run for second down, Carroll. He got 5 yards, bringing up 3rd and 5, and they're right up on the ball, ready to go. They had 2 plays called.
3rd and 5, dump it off in the backfield and looking for some running room and finding nothing.
That's Artie Estrada, who came all the way across the field, Carroll. First he was blocked in the back, and that pushed him into the receiver. So that's another forward pass that's going to lose 5 yards.
Baron Cardona, the ball carrier, he caught it on the in the flat on the right side and then turned and went completely to the left side. It didn't fool anybody, John.
And so now 4th and 10, back for the punt. All the punt snaps have been good for the Eastlake Titans tonight.
And that's blocked. And score, Spartans. And on the block.
Yeah, the block was Jared Martin, and the touchdown is scored by Emilio Morales.
They came, they blocked, they scored. Bene Vidi Vici. I remember my Latin.
Well, that's because you went to a Catholic high school.
I took a lot of Latin.
Whether you wanted to or not.
No, it was an elective. You could elect to take it, or you could elect to sit in the hall. The Spartans will go for 2.
No, it looks like they got the
okay,
kicker out there.
now they're going to, yeah. Okay. I thought I saw Viesca in the Wildcat. They will try the point after. The snap is bad, but it is down and good. 38 seconds to play in the third quarter. Central 14 and the Eastlake Titans 7.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
The Central Spartans capitalize on the blocked punt and, block it and score it.
And let's see, Carroll, if Central will continue to try to kick it deep as we have some kind of discussion on the sidelines. There's 2 referees over talking with people that are in Eastlake gear, so we don't know if something's happened, if somebody is has some kind of medical issue or something. It's not a player.
It's the chain gang, John. They were talking to the chain gang.
And there still is somebody down right about the 5-yard line.
Okay, somebody over by the concession stand. Now I see.
Yeah, and we don't know, so can't obviously comment on what's going on. But now Centro ready to kick, and let's see what kind of kick they do this time. Vega is ready to go.
Kicks it, so it'll bounce down the middle, and it is picked up by Luke Schwenke, and Schwenke will bring it out to about the 42-yard line, and that is where the Titans will put it in play.
Yes, Schwenke did a great job, Carroll, because he caught that knuckleball bouncer on about the 25, so he was able to advance at 18 yards all the way out to the 43-yard line. Good field position for the Eastlake Titans starting this drive here. Still in the third quarter with time running down. Let's see if they're trailing, Carroll, if that opens up the playbook a little bit for them. Plus, they're not back inside their 10-yard line either.
Yeah, you're going to call something different when you're out on your 43 instead of on your 10.
And now they have double wide outs both sides.
Carranza goes in motion, but they hand off right up the middle. And a couple of yards by William Schmitz. And I don't know if you saw what I saw. I believe it was Gavin Mora went for the ball.
Yeah, Smith is a very big ball carrier, very secure. And Mora, fortunately for the Spartans, as we have come to the fourth quarter, but Mora didn't have to make the tackle. The player was already going down.
And that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, Central 14 and Eastlake 7.
Hi, I'm Craig Lyon, principal at Central Union High School. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active, be present. It all begins with showing up.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
And it'll be second down. The issue over on the over by the north side concession stand, it's a civilian that there is an issue, and they've gotten some medical attention over there. It is not affecting play, but we just figured we'd let you know. It is 2nd and 8. And the handoff was a little bit sketchy. William Schmitz will pick up a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 7.
We can start speculating, Carroll, here. Do they need to cross midfield to go for it on 4th down? What do they do if it ends up 4th down? And right now they're looking at 3rd and about 7. So a lot of things coming in play now as we're in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 7.
Double wide outs to the left, 1 wide out to the right, 2 double backs.
You have an H-back and you have the running back. And the H-back is a protector. And Balco is chased down from behind. And a great play there by Josiel Rodriguez. Josiel Rodriguez went untouched from the far right, chased Balco all the way down, and they'll spot the ball on the 42-yard line.
And give the defensive backs for the Spartans back there, Alex Trejo, Emilio Morales, Nehemiah Perez. They allowed the quarterback who was actually rolling out to get away from pressure to get caught, as now we have
1st and 10 for the Spartans. The handoff is Viesca. Viesca up the middle, and he'll pick up 4 yards.
Well, we must have had a turnover, Carroll, because that last play was third down. So there must have been a fumble, as now we have a injured Titan on the field.
Updating a few scores for you. Sweetwater leads Southwest 28-20. It is Escondido 27, Calexico 13, Vincent 35, Valhalla 7. And most of these games going pretty much the way we thought they might go. We are awaiting an update on Imperial. The last score we had was 13-7. Imperial leading Valley Center.
And Carroll, let's give an update on our game right here. Is what happened on that 3rd down and 8. You mentioned how the quarterback was rolling out and he was chased from behind by Central's.
That was, he was chased by Josiel Rodriguez.
And he not only caught him, but he stripped him. The football came loose, and it was recovered by the Central Spartans, Malachi Ocon, who, much like Viesca, every game he seems to just get better and better.
Well, they help the Eastlake Caleb Adelman off the field. Adelman, a 6'2", 240-pound senior, a big part both offensive and defensively for the Titans. It'll be 2nd and 7, spotted on the 39-yard line. Handoff it is. Viesca up the middle. Viesca is hit and dropped, and he maybe has a yard. Kingston Schaff.
Yeah, Schaff came in unblocked. And as he was chasing Viesca down, he was able to wrap him up and just bring him down right there at the line of scrimmage. So now Central's looking at 3rd and about 8 or 9, 7.
Jimenez from the shotgun. Another low snap, but has it, fires downfield and overthrows the intended receiver, and he had stumbled a bit. So he was a little bit off stride.
It almost looked, Carroll, like he may have not seen the football the way that he just kind of jabbed at it as it went by. Looked like he had a chance to perhaps make the catch, but a totally different half for Jimenez. This half, he's only 1 for 6.
And the Spartans will punt.
They have not had good snaps every time.
That one is good. They get it away. And it'll be fielded at the 10, looking for some running room, gets a block, turns it upfield, breaks a tackle, turns it the other way on the far sideline across the 40, the 50, the 40, the 30, and wrestled down. Great pursuit by the Spartans.
Yeah.
And finally got him down.
Yeah. Carroll, I see that the referees are huddling up. I'm not sure what we have going on here, but this one may not go all the way down to the 15-yard line. And if Eastlake was upset before, this is going to be certainly another, as they're talking, meaning the refs. There's 2 refs over now talking on the sidelines. I do not see any flag anywhere on the field, but
it was over on the far sideline in front of the Eastlake bench. And oftentimes when you have a reverse field like that, you're going to get a block in the back.
Right, or some kind of clip.
Yes.
Now, the flag, I do see it. It's at about the 31-yard line. It's laying there, and that's right where they reverse field, although they're marching it off from Central side of midfield. So they're going to give Eastlake very good possession here on the 43-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10, Eastlake on their own 43-yard line.
And it looked like Central that time, after having all these kicks rolled dead, they kind of fell asleep. Very alert return. The young man picked it up and took off running and kind of surprised the Spartans.
That was Isaiah Rodriguez again. 1st and 10, Eastlake on their own 43-yard line.
Empty backfield.
And drops the ball on the snap and scrambles, fires over the middle and complete. made something out of nothing.
Okay, we have a penalty flag that came in. I don't know what this could be. The young man made a good catch. He was immediately tackled.
Sivan Carranza with the catch. The flag is at the 40.
Yeah, the play was actually completed down to the 42, which will be a first down. I have no idea what they're going to call, but it looks like it's going against the Spartans. Maybe they're going to call a blow to the head.
Personal foul.
Blow to the head.
And so that'll add 15 from the 43. And they'll spot it on the 27.
15-yard pickup on that pitch and catch. And that all started Carroll on a bad snap that was fumbled.
9:40 to play in this football game. It is Centro 14, Eastlake 7. Eastlake with the ball and a drive. Balco chased out of the pocket. Balco hit, and flags fly all over the place.
Well, this could be a hold or it could be a face mask if that's how Balco was brought down. So we'll see now it's going to be a hold. So Central, if they take the play, it's going to be second at about 15. If they want to take the penalty, it's going to be first and 20. So
they'll take the penalty.
Coach Pena making his executive decision and that was obvious. Nobody in Eastlake side is complaining about that one, as the quarterback was getting sacked and his linemen just doing all they could to try to keep him upright.
Spotted on the 38-yard line. It's still first down. It'll be first and 20.
Now let's see if Central decides to come after the quarterback or if they drop back.
They've had success going after the quarterback, so Balco, the sophomore quarterback for Eastlake. Standing next to him is Schmitz. Dumps it off underneath and picks up about 7 yards. The catch down there by Baron Cardona.
So that will bring up now second down and looks like about 14. As Eastlake continues to run those very safe, secure inside passes. And Central, they really pursue to the football all year long. That's been one of their trademarks.
Second, we'll call it 15. Balco looking, and it's blocked again as pushing through with pressure.
Josiel Rodriguez.
Rodriguez again. Mr. Rodriguez, meet Mr. Balco.
And he spiked that ball like a volleyball player, and it bounced right back up in the air, and he grabbed it and took off running, but unfortunately that's not going to count.
You can't short hop it?
And it does stop the clock, brings up a third and long. And as you mentioned, that time Central did go after the quarterback. They only had 2 down linemen, but they sent some linebackers and a stand-up end. So they had 4 guys going after the quarterback.
Keep the pressure on the quarterback. Balco back again, dumps it off underneath. It is complete. And the catch by Isaiah Rodriguez. This time Rodriguez can't go anywhere. He gets about 2 yards before he's dropped. It'll be 4th and 13. The Titans sent out their punt team.
Now, their young man, Marcos Gonzalez, the kicker, is a soccer player, so I doubt if they would have anything to him. But the up back is one of their halfbacks, and that is Landon Albano. So let's see if they snap it to the up man. Also, the up back is Kingston Shaft.
Snap back. The punt is away, and it'll bounce at the 10, roll down, and be down at the 1 yard line. Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 1 yard line.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
1st and 10 Spartans on their own 1 yard line.
Eastlake is coming after them.
And it is a Wildcat snap to Viesca. And he'll get it out to the line of scrimmage anyway, so it'll be 2nd and 10. I would expect we'll see more of that, John.
Yes, or even just a straight quarterback sneak. Carroll, the young quarterback Balco is 3 of 6 for this half, but 3 of his passes have gone for no yards or negative yards.
I would keep pressure on him. And it is Viesca breaks a tackle and crosses the 5 out to the 6 yard line, so a little bit of room there.
Yeah, let's see if it's enough to give the Spartans confidence to bring their regular offense back out on the field. With the interceptions that have been thrown tonight, I'm thinking they may go ahead and just keep Viesca back there. The clock is running, of course, but Eastlake has the Spartans all timeouts remaining.
6:30 to play. Central 14, Eastlake 7.
Plenty of time, obviously.
It is the Wildcat. Viesca with the snap, rolling to his right, turns it upfield, and will get he should have the first down, John.
It's going to be close. It depends upon where they spot it. We might have to get another measurement here as looks like they put the ball right on the 12-yard line.
And if they did, that should be a first down.
But let's see now if they're going to go ahead and, they're moving the ball around so much there. We're going to have a timeout, and it looks like they're going to bring the chains in. As Eastlake says, there's no way you can look across and see that it's not a first down. Oh, they gave it to him.
They gave it to him.
The referee across the sideline said first down.
And he's standing right at the marker. 6 minutes to play. Central with the football.
And they keep the Wildcat offense in there, Carroll.
On the Spartan 12, it is Viesca again. Viesca across the 15. 3 or 4 yard gain. Let's see where they again spot it.
Carroll, would you ever have Viesca take the snap, stand up, and throw a pass to somebody running all by themselves down the field?
I think we're having success having him run the football, and I think that's what we're going to do. I think we saw enough of a gamble on that 4th and 1 in the first quarter. Viesca dodges 1 tackler, but loses a yard. As 2 other Titans moved in. That'll bring up a 4th down, but at least they do have room to punt.
No, it should be 3rd down. They've had 2 Wildcat runs, and now they've changed it. Yeah, it's 3rd down.
Okay.
They're still right there at the 16-yard line, so it should be 3rd and 6. And looking to see, everyone's wondering if they're going to go back to the regular offense. It looks like no, they're not. So Viesca is going to stay in at the Wildcat position.
What the Wildcat is the running back takes a direct snap. It's like the old single wing. And they block like the old single wing. And Viesca powers his way out for a couple of yards. But now it'll be 4th down.
And Central certainly will punt here. As it looks like they're going to put the ball, they haven't put it down yet. So
spotted on the 17.
Now Central has not had good snaps on all of their punts, and their kicker does not have a big leg. He's put the ball inside the 10-yard line a couple times tonight, but let's see if he can get it across the 50 here. And they've got that same returner back there.
Schmitz and Rodriguez back to return.
Nice high kick.
Schmitz will catch it and hit immediately. That's one of the times you should have called for a fair catch, and Schmitz didn't. But he was hit and dropped immediately, and they will spot the ball with Eastlake in possession, 1st and 10. on the Spartan 46-yard line.
And on that tackle for the Spartans was Joshua Garcia. And that's why we see Eastlake didn't go for it down here, Carroll, because they knew they were going to get the ball back. And starting on your 46-yard line, any coach is going to take that.
Balco as a protector, this time rolls to his right, fires over there, and it is complete to Michael Martin. Michael Martin will pick up 7. So that little quick rollout and dump it off underneath. Martin has been a favorite receiver, along with Carranza.
They have thrown the ball deep twice tonight, Carroll, but that's all. So you keep wondering now as the clock is ticking and they're down by 7, when do they try to put the ball in the end zone?
2nd and 4. They spotted it right on the 40. Balco again back to pass, wings it. It is complete to Martin again. He shakes one tackle and stays on his feet, carries it down to the 31, where it'll be 1st and 10 Eastlake.
That was a big gain. He was actually hit at the 35 and powered forward to the 31, so give him 9 yards on that catch and run.
3 minutes to play in this football game, at least in regulation. Balco rolling to his right. Balco looking, dumps off, and it is Martin with the catch and a pickup of about 4 and steps out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The ball is sitting on the 28-yard line, and that does stop the clock as he went out of bounds. Eastlake is rolling the quarterback out, trying to get away from that pressure that Central has been showing throughout this game.
Balco from the shotgun has Schmitz back with him, fires, and it goes off the fingertips of Baron Cardona, incomplete. And on the coverage there was Arturo Estrada. 3rd and 6.
And he was right there, Carroll. That was going to be very difficult to make a completion on that play, as Estrada had excellent coverage. As now 3rd down, and we certainly would expect this to be 4-down territory this late in the game.
Trips on the left side, the wide side.
And they have a man uncovered on this side.
And it is in and out of the hands of Baron Cardona. Cardona had to hit him, but he started to run with the ball before he caught it.
Yep, turned his head upfield. And Carroll, I don't know if you saw this side of the field. They had triple wideouts, only 2 Central Spartan defensive players. But the sophomore quarterback, Balco, didn't even look that way. Let's see if the coaches up top saw it, and they're going to try to run the same formation and see if they can get Central in the same defense.
4th and 6.
Now, Eastlake has all timeouts, so they can still get the ball back if they don't convert this.
2:43 to play in this football game. Balco back to pass. Fires it incomplete. Threw it over the middle. No pressure. He just misfired.
Yeah, I think he, with the pressure all night, he didn't take as much time as he possibly could have. Threw a bad pass. Receiver out there, Brandon Cardona, had no chance to catch it. Almost hit him in the ankles. But as I said, this game is not over yet. With all 3 timeouts, Eastlake can get this ball back unless Central's able to pick up a 1st down.
2:39 to play in this game. Central leads at 14-7. Luis Jimenez, the quarterback. Jimenez hands off, and it is Nico Viesca up the middle, and he'll pick up 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5. Again, I'll take 5 on a 1st down anytime.
Yeah, Viesca,
clock runs 2:20.
As Central allows the clock to move, they're taking their time now, which is exactly what they've been coached to do by Coach Pena. Eastlake not using a timeout yet.
Jimenez has Viesca right behind him. Hands off to Viesca. Stutter steps, and he picks up another 3 yards.
Yeah, let's see if the Eastlake takes a timeout now, Carroll, because they will have a chance to get the ball back if they can stop this 3rd down play. And they do, so it is timeout on the field.
Minute 52 to play in this football game. It is Central 14, Eastlake 7.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
It is third and about a yard to go, John.
Yeah, this is the play of the game, Carroll. If Central converts this, then Eastlake can only stop the ball twice, and Central could run the clock out. So obviously, this is the play of the game up to this point. It looks like it is the Wildcat.
And it is Viesca with the snap, and he will not get it.
And Eastlake will quickly take their second time out, as Central is going to have to punt.
And it was Charles Caizio who stopped Viesca. Viesca gets up slowly.
We have several Spartans still down. One of their linemen getting up now, but I thought that Eastlake took a timeout. The clock is stopped, but now we're going to the sidelines as both teams stayed out on the field.
Okay, we've got a minute 43 to play. It is Central 14 and Eastlake 7.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
And the Central Spartans with a 4th and 3 will be in a punt situation with just a minute 43 to play in the game.
Obviously, they need a good snap, and they should kick it out of bounds.
And a low bouncing kick, and it'll bounce and take a Spartan bounce, and picked up by Blake Schweer. And Schweer will lose about 3 yards when he picked up the ball.
But he's tried to do the same thing they did on the previous kick, thinking that Central would pull up, and that time Central was ready for it. So excellent kick. It rolled right along the sidelines, and Schweer picked it up, trying to make something happen. Have to appreciate the young man. He's just trying to do all he can, but as you said, he's now back inside the 30. I believe they marked it on the 28. We got to wait for the chain gang to get down there.
29-yard line, 1st and 10, Eastlake. They trail 14-7 with a minute 33 to play. Balco stepped out of the pocket, turns upfield, and fires. It is complete.
Yeah, he's way over the line of scrimmage, Carroll, so that's unfortunately, it's going to come back.
I don't see the flag.
Yeah, it's here on the sidelines.
Okay.
The side judge had it because he wasn't just barely at the line of scrimmage.
He was about 4 yards past.
Right, which that's why his receiver was so wide open. As soon as he broke the line of scrimmage, Central ran to him. So that's an easy call.
And congratulations to the Imperial Tigers. They beat Valley Center 16-14. So Calexico will move on. Imperial will move on.
That is a loss of down, Carroll, so that now will bring up 2nd and should be 2nd and 15. As it's the line of scrimmage, you go by 5, you lose it down. And because it was an illegal pass, it should start the clock when the ball is set down. There's still a minute 24 to go. As they have yet to move the ball back yet, and now they're going to, I would think that they're finally going to march the penalty off.
And they do. Spot it back at the 25-yard line.
Eastlake right up on the line of scrimmage as the clock should start now as they put the ball in play because it was an offensive penalty.
Second down, the clock is rolling, 2nd and 15. Balco back, fires into the flat. It goes incomplete. Isaiah Rodriguez, the intended target, and it is incomplete. That will stop the clock.
Yeah, you have to wonder, Carroll, if Eastlake does not pick up a first down here on this play if they use their last timeout.
Minute 17 to play.
Unless the play goes out of bounds. So let's see. Still, this game we've got some plays left to make in this game by both sides.
And Balco is wrapped up and smothered. Okay, that should have been a penalty there. A celebratory penalty. Can't blame the kid for doing it, but
Eastlake should take their final timeout as the clock continues to run because it is 4th down. And they're all confused now, but that was a loss all the way back to the 16, so that's a loss of 10 yards on that sack.
Davian Hartfield on the sack. Balco back, looking, slings it over the middle. It is complete. And turning it upfield at the 40, across the 50 and out of bounds is Michael Martin as we have 36 seconds to play.
And there's still a lot of game left, Carroll, because Eastlake have a timeout left. Everybody thought the game was over after that sack, but Eastlake, that was a play from their 16 all the way across midfield to the 46.
1st and 10, Eastlake. From the Spartan 46-yard line, Balco back, looking, slings it over the middle. It is complete again. Zivan Carranza.
And now Eastlake will take the remaining timeout.
29 and a half seconds to play. And it is going to be 1st and 10, Eastlake on the Spartan 32-yard line. Eastlake trails 14-7, but they haven't quit yet.
Absolutely not, Carroll. 38 and 19 yards in the last 2 plays. They were looking at that 4th down, Carroll. They were looking at 4th, and they had to get the ball from the 16 all the way across to the 39-yard line. So they were looking at about a 4th and 24, picked up 38.
We finally have a Brawley score, John. Brawley leads Bishops 21-20 in the 4th quarter. Imperial defeated Valley Center.
Yeah, not surprised by the Brawley score either, Carroll. Brawley's a good football club. And Bishops, as I mentioned, they don't have a lot of size on their team. And so Brawley, they get against an opponent that they can't push them around, and they're going to be successful.
1st and 10, Eastlake. From the Spartan 28-yard line, Balco under pressure, dumps it off, incomplete.
Well, we're going to get a pass interference call.
Come on, Ramsey!
Yeah, that's going to go against the Spartans, and so that should take it down from the 27. You're going to be looking down inside the 15 now, as it looked like that he was sandwiched by 2 defenders, and the pass was thrown up. So here's the call, holding. So that's the 5-yard penalty. So, but it still will be an automatic first down. So that should put the ball on the 22-yard line. Eastlake has 6 first downs this half, 3 of them on this drive right here. The 2 big pass plays and now the holding penalty.
10-yard penalty down to the 17. And 25 seconds to play. Seems like an eternity, John.
Yeah, Eastlake does not have a timeout, so any kind of sack or any kind of a stop of inbounds play, and the clock's going to run out.
Empty backfield. Balco looks, fires, and incomplete. Had 2 receivers in the same area and missed them both. And Balco paid for it again. Jared Martin sat him down. But that does stop the clock with 21 seconds to play. Vincent leads Valhalla 42-7.
So that's a running clock, Carroll.
Sweetwater beat Southwest 44-8.
That was also a running clock, so we've got 2 running clocks tonight. Double wideouts left, triple wideouts to the right.
Empty backfield. Balco, nice swim move by Jared Martin, fires deep into the end zone, incomplete. And again, Balco is unceremoniously dropped. This time, it was Malachi Okan that sat him down. I'm sorry, but young Mr. Balco, a sophomore, is going to be black and blue tomorrow, John.
And Carroll, about 10 minutes ago, we said this game is not over, and it certainly has proved that right with those timeouts and throwing the ball, incompleted passes, stopping the clock, the penalties. Central still got some work to do on defense, as these Eastlake Titans don't have any quit in them.
Balco, again, empty backfield. Spartans have 3 coming after him. At least that's what they're showing.
And now I believe Central is going to take a timeout because they do not like their formation on the defense.
Central will take the timeout. 15.6 seconds to play. Central 14, Eastlake 7.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
3rd and 10 from the 18. Balco fires, got a man open. He's caught it and down at the 5. They cannot stop the clock.
But the clock does stop because that is a first down. So let's see if they down it, and they do.
They stopped the clock to move the chains, and Balco took the snap and downed it. So Eastlake will have it second and goal from the 5.
Now they're taking the whole team over to the sidelines, but the game clock is stopped, but the play clock should be running.
It is. That the play clock does not stop. That now they come running out. I think somebody finally realized that. And it is second and goal from the 5. Balco rolling to his right, looking, fires deep into the end zone, overthrows as he threw it away. And Balco again dropped.
Yeah, this game's not over, Carroll. There's still 4.6 seconds to go. And I know you don't like to look ahead, but if they put the ball in the end zone, do you go for 2 here, Carroll?
I go for 1.
As the clock stops on the incompleted pass, so barring a penalty, you would think this should be the final play. Would they take a chance, Carroll, of running some kind of draw where they give it to their big back to take it in?
Well, not with an empty backfield.
So they can't do it now. You've got triple wideouts right, double wideouts to the left.
Balco from the shotgun. 4.6 seconds to play. Balco fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastlake. Michael Martin on a slant in the end zone. 4-6.
And now let's see, Carroll, if they do decide to go for 2 here. If not, we've got some more football to be played.
Oh, my.
Yes, Central, I think, was a little bit surprised. He did a quick count instead of he looked over to the sidelines, got the play called in from his coach, and then just immediately called a snap. They had no sense of being penalized because they were going to be late, but Central was caught standing up, and they're going for 2, Carroll. Let's see if they run the same play.
They are going for 2.
They do have a back in the backfield as Central is going to take a timeout.
Schaff was the single setback, the 210-pound running back. So there is 1 second on the clock, but we'll take a timeout. The Central Spartans with a 14-13 lead, and Eastlake has shown they want to go for 2 and take a lead.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
AM 1230 Kxo El Centro.
And we're approaching 9:30 on this Friday evening. The Eastlake Titans come out.
Let's see, Carroll. They could run that same play they just scored, but they do have a halfback behind, offset from Balco.
And that halfback is the 210-pound Kingston Schaff. They look, fire into the end zone, incomplete. And Central will win.
Well,
there's 1 second. There is 1 second. Yes.
So, but all Central has to do is just touch the ball. Even if the team does an onside kick and recover it, the clock's going to expire. As Balco is down at the 17-yard line, what a game that young man has played.
The pass incomplete, and would I have gone for 2? No, but I'm a chicken. Coach wants to win it. I don't blame him. And gutsy call, gutsy play, it just didn't work.
And you also have to understand, he's looking at the situation. They've already blocked a punt for 7 points. So obviously Central does have good special team rushing of the kickers. And Carroll, he's also looking at the fact that it is an away game. They're playing here. You don't want to give Central any momentum by kicking an extra point, giving in to them. So I certainly understand what he was thinking. He's thinking, look, we got to win the game here because it's going to be difficult for us, even if we do convert the kick, the way Central blocked the 1 punt. Now I would think that Eastlake should some kind of squib or kick the ball hard right at the offensive lineman of the Central Spartans. But once the ball is touched, the clock starts, and that should run out the clock.
There is exactly 1 tick left from the Spartans advancing to round 2.
The only way, Carroll, that the clock will not start is if he kicks it directly out of bounds. I'm not sure if they're going to do that, but anything he kicks in the playing field should start the clock and finish the game. He's getting ready for an onside kick. Looks like he's going to try to drill it here. As now Central's going to take a timeout. Their third and final timeout, of course.
And we will take 1 more timeout as the Spartans want to talk about it.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
And it is high school football live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, and on our KXO YouTube channel as, we're down to literally the final tick on the clock. So as soon as that ball is touched, the clock starts. The ball is touched, the clock starts, the ball game is over. And the Central Spartans manage a 14-13 win in round 1 CIF Division II playoffs. The Central Spartans, with another impressive defensive show, pull out the win. We've got more to talk about coming up on AM 1230 KXO.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, this is Daryl Pechtel, Director of Adult Student and Parent Services at the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
And it is high school football on AM 1230 KXO. John, you've got numbers.
Right, it was actually a game of two halves. Centro, we said, had 200 yards at the end of the first half. They ended up with only 63 total in the second half. But let's take a look at Eastlake, first of all. Eastlake ran the ball 22 times from scrimmage for 46 yards. Yes, that's right. They had 46 yards at halftime. In the second half, they ran the ball 10 times from scrimmage for no net gain. So 22 for 46. 21 for 36 was the sophomore Balco for 198 yards, giving Eastlake 244 total yards, 14 first downs. They did have the two fumbles, one that was recovered by Isaiah Aguirre, and the other in the second half was recovered by Malachi Ocon. On the other side of the football, Centro ran the ball 37 times from scrimmage for 160 yards. 9 for 18 was Jimenez, the sophomore, but only 1 for 6 in the second half for 10 yards. So that 9 for 18 gave him 103 yards overall for the game, giving Central 263 yards to Eastlake 244 yards. Central had 17 first downs, but that's after the first half when they had run up and down the field and they had picked up 13 first downs. So only got 4 more first downs the entire second half. They did have the 1 fumble in the first half and the 2 interceptions in the first half, but they did play an errorless game in the second half, which did lead into this victory. Let's take a look at individually, Carroll. First, getting credit for 3 carries was the sophomore quarterback, Luis Jimenez, for just -1 yard. He was sacked once, but was able to pick up some positive yards on 2 carries. Also, Brandon Mayo had 1 carry for 2 yards. And on the night, the rushing star of the Central Spartans, as he was last week, Nico Viesca, 33 carries, 159 yards, and the touchdown. The receptions, the 9 completions were spread out among 4 receivers. And as we look, Carroll, at those receivers, only 1 completed pass in the second half, and that was to Emilio Morales. So the first half stats carried over, and you had Nico Viesca with 1 catch for 4 yards. We already mentioned that Emilio Morales had 1 catch in the second half. He had 4 in the first, giving him 5 catches for 64 yards. Ari Estrada had 2 catches for 30 yards, and Miguel Vega had 1 catch for 5 yards. So who made the other touchdown? Well, that was the block punt that was recovered and taken in the end zone by Emilio Morales.
Well, it was a mistake-prone first half, mistake-free second half for the Spartans, and the gutsy call by Eastlake to go for the 2-point conversion, and the incomplete pass gave the Spartans the 14-13 win. Catching up on some other scores, Tri-City Christian eliminated Calipatria 35-7. Vincent Memorial beat Valhalla. Vincent Memorial will move on in CIF play, as Vincent will meet the winner of tonight's Hoover and Monte Vista game. And I don't have that score. It was Sweetwater defeating Southwest. The Eagles are done, 44-8. Escondido eliminated Calexico, 34-21. Imperial moves on. The Tigers with a 16-14 win over Valley Center. Imperial will travel to Fallbrook next week to take on the number 2 seed Fallbrook High School. The Central Spartans, where do they go? They go to La Jolla. The number 3 seed La Jolla team will have the home game. And the Spartans know we've been to La Jolla. We know they've always got a great program. We know they've got a beautiful facility. And that's where they will be. I do not have an update on a Brawley score. The last score we had, Brawley was leading Bishops 21-20. If Brawley should prevail, they will travel to Rancho Bernardo next week and take on the number 2 seed. So,
yeah, Carroll, the La Jolla football team does have history here with Central. If you remember, within the last 7 years since Coach Peña's been here, they played La Jolla about 4 years in a row consecutively.
Yes.
And they were all, good games. Central won most of them, but it's a different La Jolla team this year.
And it's the La Jolla Stadium overlooking the Pacific. Gorgeous facility and, just outstanding views from the La Jolla press box. Again, we... okay, I see Bishop 23, the Bishop's School 23, Brawley 21. I do not know if that is a final.
That would mean they had to kick an extra point. A field goal. They were losing 21-20, so maybe they kicked a field goal.
And that would give them the 3 points there and make it 23-21. Again, we'll see if we can find out if that is a final. But the Central Spartans, with this 14-13 win, will advance. And we did mention the girls and girls CIF football, flag football action gets underway Tuesday. And that there are several of the teams in the Valley involved in flag football. Only the 2 divisions. Calexico, they're the number 4 seed in Division 1. They have a bye in the first round, and they will not play until Thursday. On Tuesday, Brawley will travel to San Isidro, and Imperial will host Santa Fe Christian. That is girls flag football action, CIF playoff action. And the game tonight, after last week's game, two great Friday night football games.
And Carroll, let's remember back on that third down sack. Everybody in the stadium thought the game was over except Eastlake.
Yes.
And you have to give them credit. They not only came down and scored, but they just came inches away from getting that 2-point conversion and pulling the game out of the fire and actually moving on with the win. So I'm sure that's a talking point Coach Peña will talk about to his kids, that you don't celebrate until the game's over. And although it was a long 4th down, it looked like it was going to be possible to make, Eastlake made the plays. And so Central, good learning experience. They're young too. They have a sophomore quarterback. Vieska's a junior. A lot of their receivers are juniors and sophomores, but they also have that experience with players like Artie Estrada out there. So it's been a very successful year so far for Central. It certainly is not over, and we hope that they can continue to carry on. La Jolla next week, you certainly don't want to say that's a game they should win, but it's not a game I don't think that they're going to be overmatched, like when they had to play Granite Hills.
I think you're right. We want to thank our sponsors, Roto-Rooter, serving the entire Imperial Valley, Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro, the Broken Yoke Cafe, the CB Stop in Calexico, La Fonda Bar and Grill, McNeese Mart at Dogwood in Maine, Oso Asa Mobile Auto Repair in Yuma, and Southwest Security, Southwest Postal Service, Imperial Valley College, Stan's Auto Body, and the Central Union High School District. For our technical advisor, Kurt Hoffman, producer, engineer, technician, Gabe Lemus, John Driffill, our statistician and color commentator, I'm Carroll Buckley. Our final score, it was the Central Spartans prevailing. They defeated the Eastlake Titans 14-13. Stay tuned for the best oldies on the radio on AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
Oh, yeah. Motown.
Four Tops. Lucky Robinson.